Hey, what's up? What's going on, my friends? How we doing? Great to be here with you. Another Wednesday night. Success with Mark. Hashtag Success with Mark. If you want to check out our past episodes, check out the hashtag Success with Mark. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you should be able to pull them up and check it out. So I'm excited to be here with you tonight. I've got some great things to share. And what I believe is probably the number one thing that the majority of top online marketers use to sell their products and services. So do me a favor, if you're watching, comment, let me know you're there. I like to see who's on, and we got Dee Dee on. What's up, Dee Dee? And so as you come on, do me a favor, comment, and let me know you're watching. And if you're getting value tonight, make sure that you share this, okay? Or tag people in the comments and let them know. So what I'm going to talk about here in this video here tonight is about what I consider really an incredible skill, and I'm going to give you a really good resource to check out tonight, a book that you should really go out and buy that I think will benefit you in a huge way. But part of the reason that top online marketers seem to sell a lot of products and services is that they understand the concept of pre-selling. And pre-selling is something I learned many, many years ago. And it works incredibly well. And it's really, such a concept. But let me explain to you a little bit about what pre-selling is and why you want to do it. Now, you've seen this example all throughout, not just online marketing, but it works in the regular world as well. Movie studios use it. Products use it. Big corporations use this type of marketing strategy to really create a lot of buzz about their products and services, and they create an anticipation with pre-selling. And part of the reason many people don't make money online is that they're in this pitch mode a lot of times. And so, like, for instance, I'm real big on talking about building an email list and how important it is to build an email list. Well, too many people that build an email list send out emails continually that are really just nothing but pitches. And it's like, I can tell you too, there's so many gurus online that I follow. There's a lot of great marketers out there. I call them gurus, not in the bad sense, but the fact that they are, very well versed in what they do. But there are some that I follow that I never hear from. Like, I never hear from them, at all. And then all of a sudden I get a link one day and it's like, hey, go buy this product. It's really good. And it's kind of like it really did nothing for me to get me to anticipate or have any pre-knowledge about any type of product that was being sold. So pre-selling is really, it's the art of conditioning your prospect to move in the direction of purchasing a product. Let me give you an example. So on my recent blog post, I did a video, and one of the things that I shared on there was how, if you've ever noticed when a new movie's about to come out, okay, so I'm a huge fan of the Mission Impossible movies, okay, with Tom Cruise. I love them. They're great. And it was about a year or so ago, maybe a year or two ago, and I remember the newest Mission Impossible. I want to say it was like Mission Impossible 7 or something like that. And it came out. It was coming out, okay? It wasn't released yet, and about a month or two prior. Now, you'll notice this, and the more you really start to pay attention, you'll notice this, but about a month or two prior to the new Mission Impossible movie coming out, on Prime, like I have Prime, and, we, as a family, we like to sit down and watch movies. Every Friday, pretty much, is our family movie night. But we sit down, and next thing I know, in the top, promoted movies are, all the Mission Impossibles. All the Mission Impossible movies, 1 through 6, and you can rent them all, and they're right there. And sometimes they even make them a part of Prime so that you can watch them really for no cost. Okay. And part of the reason they do that is they're starting to create the buzz for the new movie coming out. So what they're starting to do is pre-sell you on going to see the new movie. And what they're doing is, even if you've seen them, they want you to go back and rewatch them and get excited again about watching the new one. So it's pre-selling you. So by the time you get through them, you binge watch them all, you're ready for the new one to come out, and you go to the movie and you watch the new one because you're already in the vein of watching them. They've done it with the Terminator movies. A new Terminator movie came out, a year ago or 2 ago? And what happened? All the Terminator movies start showing up. And that's all to create a buzz. Okay, same thing happens with TV series. When a new episode comes out or a new season comes out. I'm a huge Cobra Kai fan, okay? I love the Karate Kid movies growing up. Cobra Kai on Netflix. And what happens is every time they get ready to release a new season, guess what happens? They start dropping new clips on Facebook. They're promoting it. You go to Netflix, and next thing you know is right there, in Netflix, right at the top is Cobra Kai, or you name your series. Same thing. It's all about creating buzz. Another thing, what about music artists? Okay, music artists, when they're getting ready to release a new album, what do? They start doing interviews all around on the big shows. They start making circles. They're getting interviewed on Good Morning America or whatever, and they're talking about their new album. And it drops on, July 24th. And when people are doing books, why are they doing this? They're pre-selling. They're creating a buzz. That's what pre-selling is all about. This is, now if you pay attention and you follow big marketers online, you'll see the exact same process unfolding. Okay? Now, I want to give you a resource before I share with you a couple more points on how important pre-selling is this is a book that I bought several years ago, and I highly recommend that you check this book out. It's called Launch, and it's basically called Product Launch Formula, an internet millionaire's secret formula to sell almost anything online, build a business you love, and live the life of your dreams. So this right here, okay, is a great book that I highly recommend that you buy, because not only is it about launching a product, but this is also it's a great formula to use if you are going to sell like an affiliate product of some sort. So let me give you another example, and maybe you've seen me do this before too. I'm starting to reveal to you my secrets, okay? But here's the thing. I love creating content. I create videos and blogs. I do live videos like this. And what you'll notice is when I go to launch some type of a product, my goal is to begin to talk about that topic. So I'll put it in my blog post for a week or two. I'll talk about it. I'll come out on live and I'll talk about it. And because what my goal is, as a marketer, and I'm holding nothing back here from you, because I really want to give you this, because this is something that could really help you as well, is to start getting you thinking about, if I'm launching something that has to do with video, I want to start getting you talking and thinking about video and how important it is and why you should be doing it and the benefits of doing it. And as I start getting you in that frame of mind, then what happens is I'll go ahead and launch the product, and now it gives you an opportunity to go out and apply or, get something where you can get more information about how to do it. Okay, so in this book, basically what he talks about, and you've seen this when large products are launched, okay, especially if you've been around the internet marketing space, there is a formula where there is a series of launch videos, okay? It's like a free series of videos. And the launch videos essentially begin the education process. So with this formula of pre-selling, you begin to educate your prospects. You educating them, okay? This is really one of the big factors is you begin to educate them about what it is. So if your product's over here, your prospect is here, you need to move them from A to B, or A to Z. So, but it's a series of small steps. So during that process of educating them, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to talk about, let's say I have a video marketing product or a video marketing tool that I want to promote. My video is kind of out of focus here. Don't know why that is, but okay, there we go. And so what happens is maybe you're going to create a video that talks about why video marketing is crucial today when marketing online, okay? So you start talking about that. You drum up some statistics. You share some influencers and what they're talking about and why they're talking about video marketing. And then maybe in video number 2, you begin to talk about the type of traffic you can drive with video and why traffic that comes from videos is so incredibly powerful and why it converts way better than traffic without video, okay? And you have a training all about that. And then maybe your third one is all about getting leads. Why getting leads with video is so much better than leads without video. And you share some concepts and ways that people can apply that. And then you open up the cart for people to buy a product which goes even more in depth than what you shared in the videos. Now, if you're watching this and this is making sense to you, do me a favor, comment, and let me know. Does this make sense? Okay? Now, you can do this with anything. Okay? Like a large-scale product launch is a large blueprint, but it can also be brought down into the smallest, thing that you're going to promote. So, for instance, just because this talks about product launches doesn't mean you can't apply the same to promoting an affiliate product. So you could create a video or two. You could do a series of Facebook Lives that share all about a concept, and you could do a series, and at the end of that series, you can then promote a product. Or maybe you have a series of emails that talks about it, educating your prospects. And essentially what you're doing is, and we're going to move into the next point here, is when you do this, you are creating demand, okay? And one of the great examples of this, I don't know if I have it. I don't have it here. Like this marker here. So if you ever seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, okay, at the end of the movie, one of the things they say is, sell me this pen. And, people are like, well, it's a nice pen and it can really write nicely. And that's not the key here, okay? You could talk about the pen all day long, but how do you get somebody to buy the pen? So in the movie, one of the guys he goes, sell me the pen. He goes, that's easy. Write down your goals for next year. I forget what he said. Write down this. And the guy goes, there you go. See, he just created a demand for the pen. The guy needed to write something, so he creates the demand for the pen. Well, write down what you're going to do. Well, do you have a pen? There you go. And I'm going to charge you $5, whatever. So it's basically, in essence, creating the demand. What you're doing in your series or leading up to the promotion of something is you're creating demand. You're creating demand. In order to sell something, you create the demand. Why do people go to the gas station and buy gas? Because there's a demand for it. You need your car to get from point A to point B. Same thing. All of business works this way. It all works this way. So it's very, very important to, really understand the concept of the pre-sell. So this is important. One of the questions here, I can't tell who you are, it just says Facebook user, unfortunately. I need to play around with it a little bit more. But here's the question: is a quiz funnel better than a regular funnel? So a quiz funnel can be incredibly, incredibly powerful because you are, in a sense, giving somebody something where they're allowing you to get to know some information. So maybe you want to assess where you're at a certain point. I've seen great quiz funnels out there where what it does is it helps someone identify the problem they have, and then after the quiz, you can then provide the solution. And that is a cool thing. So quiz funnels are definitely good. I don't know if they're necessarily better, but they can be used very well in different instances, okay? But so let's get back to our thing here, and we'll. By the way, if you guys have any questions, have them ready, and at the end I'll go into some more questions and answer some questions for you on these things. So, essentially, by pre-selling, you're creating the demand before it. So, a mini way of doing this is to be able to, for instance, creating content online is a huge way of doing like a mini series. So creating videos, a lot of times you'll see me create blog posts on certain topics that drive into something that I'm promoting. Maybe I'll have someone out to do an interview talking about something. There's always, but the goal is that you really want to provide some serious value prior to that person, deciding to buy. So if I want to promote a software tool of some sort, what I would do is I would create a piece of content or a series of content talking about, something leading up to why you would need this tool. Like for instance, one of the great things that you can do online is use an auto poster, something like Hootsuite or something like that, to manage your social media all in one place. And so you could do a series all about if Hootsuite has an affiliate program. I don't know if they do or not, but you could do a series on posting engaging content and why it's important. And you can talk about how, certain times of the day are better to post than others, and how you want to go in and set up to post on all your different social profiles. Well, then at the end, you can say you can go and do all this manually, or you can use one platform to do it all for you. So you've not only educated them on how to get mass exposure and how to get out there, but now you're providing them a solution that makes it way easier to do. It's all about the pre-sell. And if you pay attention to people that you follow that are very successful online, you're going to see this formula emerge and that they use this all the time. And it creates a buzz and an excitement, when you do this. And so it's a really, really cool thing. You've seen it. So you really want to educate your prospects. You want to create a demand for the product, and you want to create buzz and excitement around it. This is what gets people to really take action on buying products and services. And every top marketer online uses them. Every corporation uses them. It's not just something that's exclusive to online marketing. You'll notice, like retail stores, when they're going to be doing a big sale, you start seeing it a couple weeks prior to. You'll see some buzz about it. Maybe you'll see some commercials if you're watching TV, or you'll see an ad about it. Hey, Black Friday's coming up. Watch for our Black Friday deals. Make sure, in whatever the date is. It's all about pre-selling, guys. It is a huge, huge factor in how you make sales, and it makes all the difference. And a lot of times, what you're doing just by creating content and keeping your audience in front of the content is you're pre-selling and nurturing. And when it comes time to promote something that's of value, by the way, don't promote crap, promote stuff that actually can help your audience. You're going to find that if you do this and you're faithful to it, you'll find that people will buy stuff over and over and over again. I've been doing this many years, and I'm telling you, it never, ever fails. It works perfectly. It works without fail, and it'll work for you too. So what I want to do here is, first off, do you understand the concept of pre-selling? Do you guys have any questions regarding pre-selling? If you do, put it in the comments and we'll answer that. Absolutely. My goal here is to help you, give you some time to connect here, and give you some coaching if you need it. So if you have questions, go ahead and post them. I will make sure to answer them for you. But the pre-sell, man, crucial. I remember a couple years ago, my buddy Ray Higdon launched a product, and as an affiliate, he was launching this product. It was about a 2.5 week launch. And I remember over the course of that launch, I did a series of about 4 or 5 blog posts, and they were all centered around the product that I was promoting as an affiliate. And what it allowed me to do was not do a direct pitch for the product, but to allow it to, incubate in the mind of the people who would end up buying the product. And, one of the, what's interesting is I remember something Ray taught me many, many years ago. And he said, never ever rely 100% on the sales page of the product that you're promoting. Never rely 100% on the sales page. And what he was basically saying was create content and talk about it in your own voice and in your own, why you're doing something. Create your own messaging around it. And then you promote the sales page because people are following you. They're following you. They want to hear it from you. And that's the best way to sell. So never rely 100% on an affiliate sales page. I've got affiliate programs, an affiliate program. I sell a couple of my products people can promote as affiliates. We're about to launch something big for my affiliates. And I'm going to be doing a big webinar. So you're going to want to make sure that you show up for that. I'm going to be opening up a new affiliate program that you're going to be able to earn residual commissions on. So you definitely want to keep your eye open for that. Probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we're going to be opening that up. So you want to keep your eyes open there. See, I'm creating a little buzz, a little pre-sell, okay? And but that's really what it's all about. So let's see what we got here. What's up, guys? All right, thanks, Vivian. Great to see you on here. And let's see who else we got here. Mitch and Carla. What's up, Mitch? Good to have you. And Carla, is this only for newly launched products? How do you apply this concept to a product that already exists? Absolutely the same. Absolutely the same. So here's something to keep in mind, Carla, and this is a very, very important thing. And here's the question. And the idea here, and this is very important, is even though a product has been around for a while, it doesn't mean that everybody knows about the product. So you may understand that it's been around a long time, but your prospects out there may not know that. Okay, I have found where many people, even though a product's been around for a long time, haven't heard of it. There's plenty of products that have been around a long time that I've never heard of. And what happens is you want to be the one to be able to introduce it for them. So if there's a product, that's been around for 5-10 years, even though it's not new, you could still promote it. And there's people that have never heard of it before. So, don't ever think that you can't use this for that same thing. You absolutely can. I just, was giving you the example of a couple years ago when my buddy Ray Higdon launched a huge product. And, that was a new product, obviously, but I used it for that, and I use it for the exact same thing. There's people that used to use this concept in their funnels where they would do like a 7-day boot camp. And that boot camp were a series of videos that led up to the sale of a product. And you have to take blatant pitching doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is because people are annoyed by it. But if people feel like they're getting value, like they're starting to connect the dots in their mind, then they're more apt to want to buy something. If I just say, hey, go buy this, and I give no context to it and I give no value surrounding it, people aren't going to want to buy it. It's kind of funny. I used to use this example to explain how you want to wrap the pitch in knowledge. You want to wrap the pitch in value. And I use this example of a filet mignon. Okay, for those of you that don't eat meat, just ignore what I'm saying. But for those of you that do, if you go out and you buy a filet mignon, what are one of the things that you will see on a filet mignon what is it wrapped with? Okay, it's wrapped with bacon. And what happens is the bacon that you wrap that with it takes up the flavor like a notch or two, okay, depending on how much you like bacon. I don't eat a lot of bacon these days. But the point is that you're wrapping it in value so that it tastes better. Does that make sense? So what happens is when you create these pieces of content and you use it as a buffer before the pitch, people watch it and they go, I got some value from that. What happens is they become not just a buyer, but an empowered buyer. And an empowered buyer is way, way, way more apt to buy something because they feel like, man, I got some education out of that. I got some knowledge out of that. And I don't know about you, but when I buy something, especially bigger purchases, I like to feel like I'm making a smart move. You know, I'm not just going to throw down, a couple $100 without knowing what I'm buying, without feeling like, knowing where it's going to take me. The whole idea of pre-selling is to help people figure that out. You see? Because people are they're going to buy your product no matter what. They're going to buy it if they can visualize how it's going to help them get where they want to go. If they want to go over there, they need to see how they can go over there. So your goal is to pre-sell them, help them start to get the vision of where you want them to go. And I'm telling you, people will whip out their wallet. They'll buy every single time for the people that it makes sense for. And that's what pre-selling is. So I really wanted to nail this home for you. Stop just throwing links out there and thinking, oh, well, I don't understand why nobody's buying anything. I'm telling you, it's because you are not pre-selling. You learn to pre-sell and get really, really good at it. I promise you, you will sell products and services like they're going out of style, my friends. It will happen. And I know because I do it all the time. I've been doing it for years, and I've watched other marketers do it. Go out, buy this book, okay? And, I'm not getting any cutback from it. Jeff Walker didn't ask me to promote this book. I just know it's a good book. It's not very long. You can see here, it's not a very long book, but the concepts in it are phenomenal. And this same concept can be applied to affiliate products or anything that you promote. And it will work. So check it out. You can get it on Amazon. And if not, just do a search online. You'll find it. But I think that's where I got mine, was Amazon. So, all right. And let's see. Kim is saying, I'm thinking this would be a good thing to do to promote my online courses. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. It will absolutely do that. Okay. One of the things that you can do, and if you'll ever notice, look, I'm going to reveal a whole bunch of stuff to you. I'm giving you guys some nuggets right now. Okay. Some huge nuggets. Have you ever noticed, like, you go to register for a webinar and people will give you a couple videos to watch before a webinar? Have you ever seen that before? Guess what that whole idea is? It's to pre-sell you before you get on the webinar. It's to pre-sell you. It's to get you already thinking about going down the line of thinking about buying the product. It's pre-educating. It's creating demand. It's creating a little buzz. It's helping your prospect get a little bit excited about the direction that they're going to go. Man, I could talk about this all night because it's just so important to the overall, ability to sell things online. So guys, questions. Hit me with some questions, all right? Let's call this Free Coaching Wednesday. All right, Free Coaching Wednesday. We've got a number of people on here. It's good. It's growing. We're getting some people on. But as far as pre-selling, what are some questions that you have? What are some ideas that you have? Maybe I can help you hone them a little bit. So go ahead and stick those in the comments. I'd love to answer those for you. And if not, we will end it here in just a moment and let you go about your way. But let me ask you this. If you're getting value from this, do me a favor, hit that share button and share it with your friends. Tag them in the comments and let me know that you shared it. And maybe soon we'll start giving away some free gifts or something for those that share. All right. So What's up, Stuart? Good to have you on here. Let's add that one here. So if I want to sell video production services, what would good content be? Very simple, Stuart. Do some video production tutorials. So create a few tutorials about editing videos or production. Okay, so you're thinking about editing. So you could do some cool tutorials about editing. I'm just giving you an example. And then you can say, or you can hire me to do all this for you. Yes, it's a lot of work. But if you don't want to do this yourself, then hire me to do it for you. That's just one example. So you could do a series of tutorials showing people how to edit videos, how to produce them, all that kind of stuff. And then your pitch is, look, you can do this all yourself, but if you want to save yourself a ton of time, if you want to save yourself a lot of hassle of trying to learn some of this stuff on your own, hire me. Cool example of, saving time. And I've shared this one before, and, some people get a kick out of it. But several years ago, I needed to get some pictures with the background removed. And we didn't have a lot of the free fancy online tools, this is several years ago. And I needed to remove the background. So I go out and I buy this, $300 piece of software called like Adobe Premiere, I don't know, something like that. Photo Effects or something. And I sat for 3 hours trying to learn how to remove the freaking background on my image. And I just remember spending all this time. I couldn't figure out the software and I got so frustrated. And then it hit me like a brick. I went over to Fiverr.com, found somebody that was willing to remove the background in my photos for up to 7 photos for $5. People will be willing to save time. I was willing to save my time. I never used that software again because I didn't really want to learn it. I wanted somebody to do it for me. So that's one way that you could create content around that. I don't know the specifics of your exact services, but what you want to do is showcase the value of what you bring to the table and how you can save people massive time and give them, high converting products or things like that. So hopefully that helps you. But that's the kind of content I would create, showcasing your abilities, showcasing your skills, and helping others do the same. But in the end, you help them save time by actually where they can hire you. All right, let's see. Vivian's got a question here. She says, how would you include in a funnel? How would you include in a funnel? So I'm assuming you mean how would you include these videos in a funnel? So one of the ways you could do it is you could have a funnel that is like a 4 or 3 to 5 day video series. Now, if you're going to do that, you want to keep the videos very short, concise, and impactful. Okay, people's attention spans nowadays are very, very low compared to what they were just 10 years ago. So if you wanted to do some type of, and that in your funnel, just do a series of videos, 2 to 3 videos leading up to when they can buy something. And that's how I would include that in a funnel. They opt in to get it. And then over the course of, 2 or 3 days, you're sending them those videos for them to watch. Okay, now, so in some cases, you may not even want to do it in 2 to 3 days. You may want to do it over the course where they just watch one and then they can watch the other. That's possible too. But you have to test that to see how it works because everybody's different. Every funnel is different. Brenda says, do you suggest naming your product or not? Absolutely, 100%. You should always have a name for your product as far as I'm concerned. Now, I have always found personally for me that coming up with, product names is usually pretty difficult. I don't like to have product names that sound like every other product out there. I like to have unique names. So I always try to come up with unique names that sound different and have a different ring or a different tone to it. Because if it sounds like every other one out there, then it's typically not going to, it's just not gonna sell as well. Okay. All right. Stuart says, yeah, After Effects. Yep. Complicated. I'm after high-end production though, typically 5 to 10K projects. So you have to think about your audience, Stuart. You have to think about your audience. Who is your audience? Where are they hanging out online? And what information are they looking for? Now, if you're selling 5 to 10K type products, you probably need to have a phone conversation. No, not probably, you do. You need to be able to get on the phone with someone, talk to them. So you might want to consider setting up something like an appointment funnel where people can set up times with you, or you find your audience and basically get on there with them, but you can provide some value to them through content. But you really have to identify the need of your prospect. Find out what their needs are, and then you create the content that solves the problem. But then that's where you can come in and get on the phone with them. But 5 to 10K projects, nobody's just going to pull out a credit card and buy that. They need somebody to talk to. So keep that in mind. Very, very important. So this one is a Facebook user. Not sure who it is. I know there's some permission things we have to fix. But what kinds of videos would you make for selling essential oils? So here's what I would do. I would create a series of videos that absolutely talk nothing about essential oils. Nothing about them. Because as soon as you say essential oils, without educating them first, people are going to go, oh, I've heard of that before. So what you do is you create a video series, maybe 3 videos, about certain health things. Okay, and you're giving some pointers and things like that. And then maybe what you do is maybe on the last video, you start to hint a little bit toward essential oils. But I would not recommend that you talk about it in the first video, even the second video. I would suggest doing a 3-video series, which leads into potentially somebody buying things. But you have to think about, what can essential oils do? What are the benefits of it? Identify the benefits of essential oils, not the features. Features and benefits are 2 totally different things. Figure out what the benefits are. Because every time we buy something with our credit card, we're looking for the benefit to us. And so that is very, very important to identify the benefit to the user, and then you can play those up. All right? So very, very important. So like I know in my house here, we use essential oils, and we run humidifiers at night in our bedroom. And we use, essential oils essentially every night. So that's something you could hit on. Create something about, why aromatic things in the air have such an impact on how you breathe and how you sleep at night. I'm just giving you an example. But you want to begin to talk about the benefits of increased sleep, the benefits that people can get, the more energy, whatever it may be. If you know it well, then you could probably articulate it better than I can, but hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, Brenda. And Vivian saying via email. So, absolutely. So when somebody opts into a funnel, you basically will just have an email pointing to them to a piece of content, or what you do is you basically write an email that more details out the value. If you don't want to do a piece of content, you could potentially do it via email. But I will tell you this, if you do it in a piece of content with your face in the content, people will feel a connection more. There's no doubt. Video, I'm a huge fan of video. I think you guys know that have followed me for a while. Video is a huge reason why I'm able to get a lot of sales all the time. It's because of video. There's a connection there, and people feel that. So, yeah, absolutely. But email, give it a shot. Absolutely. Whatever it is, you can try different ways to apply this. Every situation is different, so it's hard to say, well, if you do this, you're going to get this exact result. But if you understand the basic fundamentals, you can adapt it to whatever your particular situation is. Well, thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. She says, you're so smart. Well, I thank you for that. I try. I just love what I do. What can I say? I love marketing. I love everything about it. I love, for me, it's about, it's about the challenge of it. I love it. That for me, I look at selling online very, very differently than a lot of people. Now, I shouldn't say a lot of people. There are many people that think just like me. And in regards to selling online. And I am usually friends with all of them. And the ones that don't think this way, I'm typically, I'm friends with them, but I'm not typically like, I don't necessarily follow a lot of what they say. But I like to sell with massive value. Like, I believe we're in the day and time where we have to learn value selling instead of arm twisting selling. Okay? Arm twisting selling had its day. And, people sold all kinds of stuff by twisting people's arms, and basically forcing people to buy. And today, selling is very different. We have the internet, okay? When the internet came about, it empowered people to go out and search and get information and to really understand things. So I'm all about value selling. Like, I want to sell, and I can sell, but I want to sell with massive value. I want people to just look at it and go, man, this guy, Mark, he just gives so much value that I'd be stupid not to buy what he has. I don't twist arms. I just communicate the value of something really well because I know that that's how I want to be looked at. I want people to look at what I have and go, wow, that's super valuable. I got a ton of information out of that can really help me. And that's where I focus. So if you focus on value selling rather than arm twisting selling, believe me, it's better in the long run. You attract better prospects and customers, and you're going to have a great reputation over time. And that's the kind of business I've wanted to build. I know people that are arm twisting sellers. They get on the phone with people and they don't hang up until that person buys. Sorry, that ain't me. I just work to communicate it, how this can help them get where they want to go. And if they get it, and they'll buy on their own accord, out of their own power and their own decision. And if they don't, fine, I'm cool with that. And that's the way I teach people to approach it. Communicate, learn to communicate the value of something, and you'll find that you will go much, much further in the online marketing world. All right. Awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate you. We've had a great night tonight. I hope you guys got some value. Do me a favor again, share this, tag somebody if you think they get value. Our goal is we're doing this every Wednesday night. Listen, also, go over to YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, go over to YouTube. I'm going to be dropping a whole bunch of, my goal is to start dropping really short videos, minute or less on YouTube, a couple times a week. And just with little marketing tips that I plan on dropping. So go over to YouTube, find my channel. If you want to, just go to markharbert.com/subscribe, and it'll take you right to my channel. And you can subscribe and make sure you turn the notifications on because I'm going to be dropping some videos. I already dropped one video today, and I actually was talking about pre-selling. So you can head over there, do that, get access to it. But I hope you guys got value tonight. Appreciate you. And have a great night, a great week. We'll definitely see you back here next Wednesday for sure. All right? Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.